Just in case you haven't heard, you can now earn miles on almost everything thanks to the Chocolate Visa debit card. This includes your taxes, insurance premiums, town council fees, condo maintenance fees, hospital bills, utility bills, basically almost everything that you can find on ASS. Yes, I know I've done a video for this card last week, but in this video, I wanted to do a deeper dive into this, such as what exactly is the Chocolate Visa card, how you can start earning 2 miles per dollar with it, as well as how to best use the miles that you have earned. But before I start, do join my 10,000 members Telegram chat group to discuss or ask any questions that you may have. Alright, here's everything you need to know about the Chocolate Visa debit card. This card lets you earn 2 max miles per dollar on the first $1,000 spent every month. And if you exceed the $1,000 spent, this earn rate will drop to just 0.4 max miles per dollar, which sounds little, but it's still better than nothing, yeah? You can only spend at most $5,000 per transaction and at most $2,000 per day, something which isn't too much of a problem for most people. There's no annual fee, no annual income requirements, but you do need to be 18 years old or above in order to open a Chocolate Finance account. This 2 max miles per dollar earn rate applies to both local and overseas spend. There's no foreign currency conversion fee, and since the card uses Visa rates, you should expect a conversion ratio that is close to the rates that you see on Google. However, even though you can use this card for both local and overseas spending, personally, I think you should not use it for your day-to-day or even overseas spend, as there are many other cards that you can use for that. Instead, the main advantage of this card is that it has a very short exclusion list as compared to most other Visa and MasterCards, where the exclusions usually fill up the entire page or more. For the Chocolate Visa card, the only transactions that are excluded from earning max miles are stuff like topping up to your prepaid accounts like GrabPay and Utrip, debt repayment, and money transfers, which means this card is one of the best, if not the best card for paying commonly excluded categories, especially the things that you can find on ASS. Besides that, the Chocolate card is also good for paying for stuff that you can't find on ASS, such as hospital bills, school fees, and charity payments. As long as the merchant accepts a Visa card, you can then pay with the Chocolate card. And for those Guailan people who are already wondering, no, this card won't work for credit card bills and loans because credit card payment is already blocked for those things. Now, in order to start earning 2 max miles per dollar, there are 3 things you need to do. First, you need to open a Chocolate Finance account if you haven't done so already. Sign up link down below, yeah? Once your account has been approved, you can just instantly create your digital Chocolate Visa card. And if you want, you can also order a physical card, which will be mailed to you within a few days. If you are unfamiliar with what Chocolate Finance is, it's basically a cash management account, which tries to function like a bank. So the way it works is by giving you a fixed 3.3% return on your first 20k and a 3% return on your next 30k and a not guaranteed 3% return on any amounts after that. Every day, you can withdraw up to 20k instantly, and for any withdrawals more than that, it would take anywhere between 3 to 10 business days. Now, the most important thing to remember about Chocolate Finance is that it is not a bank. Therefore, it is not SDIC insured. So, there's always some form of risk involved. Personally, I'm parking my own money into Chocolate Finance as I'm okay with the risk, and I don't really like to jump through different hoops in those bank high-yield savings accounts just to earn their interest. But if you are uncomfortable with the risk, then just put the amount that you need to spend into Chocolate Finance lah. Since the Chocolate card is a debit card, and it will just straight away deduct the amount after the transaction has been posted. Once you have the Chocolate Finance card, the second step is to open up a HeyMax account if you don't have it already. Use my link down below to earn 250 max miles. For those who are unfamiliar with HeyMax, just think of it like ShopBack but for miles, where you can earn additional miles when you shop through them. Not just that, you can also buy vouchers to earn extra miles. Plus, they have also recently started giving out miles when you buy vouchers for offline shopping, such as FairPrice vouchers, Sheng Siong vouchers, Cold Storage vouchers, and 7-Eleven vouchers. Oh yeah, right now, you can also earn an extra 3 miles per dollar on public transport rides if you link your Visa card to HeyMax. Then, once you have your HeyMax account, you will need to pair the Chocolate Visa card to your HeyMax by going to your cards and add the Chocolate Visa card. A test transaction will be charged and refunded later. Once you have done that, you will start earning 2 max miles per dollar on almost all your transactions. So simple. Lastly, to use the Chocolate Visa card on AXS when making payment, make sure you selected the credit card's other bank's option, because if you have selected debit cards, the transaction will fail because for some reason, AXS is treating the Chocolate Visa card as a credit card. Now comes the fun part. What can you redeem your Max Miles for? I think the two biggest benefits of Max Miles is that 1. The Max Miles won't expire, and 2. The points are super flexible as there are many things you can redeem your Max Miles for. But here are my 2 personal favorite ways of using Max Miles. The first one is through the Fly Anywhere program, which lets you reimburse yourself when you redeem for any flights at the rate of 1.8 cents per max mile. So let's say you want to fly to Japan via Scoot. This flight will cost you 666 SGD. You can first go ahead and pay for your flight with a 4 miles per dollar card and earn 2,664 miles. After that, you can then redeem 37,000 max miles via the Fly Anywhere program to reimburse yourself and get back $666. The Fly Anywhere program is good for redeeming economy flights or if you don't really want to bother about the whole miles game. But if you are a little more into this whole miles game, HeyMax lets you transfer to 28 airline and hotel transfer partners. Now, even though Singapore Airlines is noticeably not in this list, there's actually one way you can book Singapore Airlines business class flights, even when you can't transfer them to Singapore Airlines. And it is through Air Canada Aeroplan, which not only lets you book the same flight at a much cheaper rate, but also allows you to sometimes bypass that annoying waitlist. For example, if you try to book a Singapore Airlines business class flight from Singapore to Japan, it will cost you 52,000 miles or 70,000 miles if you are booking the Advantage tickets. Or in some cases, you would even have to join the waitlist and pray that they give you the seat. Meanwhile, over at Air Canada, you are able to book the exact same flight at just 45,000 miles without having to go through any waitlist. Here's another example. A SIA business class flight from Singapore to Australia would either be 68,500 miles or 90,000 miles. But at Air Canada, you are able to get it with just 45,000 miles. Wholesale. In short, the Chocolate Visa card is a very good card to have. In fact, given how good this card is, I have a suspicion that this 2 miles per dollar won't last very long and will likely be nerfed in the coming months. So do make full use of this deal while you still can.